Now, it is very important. We have covered largely different aspects related to mentoring. What are the skills required? What does it really means? And different aspects related to mentoring, counseling, guidance, coaching. Ultimately, your interpersonal relations are very important. Your relationships with your students, that is interpersonal, and your relationship with yourself also. Intrapersonal. Intrapersonal is the communication, the relationship between I, me, and myself. Very important. And largely, my relationship with myself, I, me, and myself, is reflected outwardly with my relationship with the others also. How much I care, how much I respect, how much is my self esteem, uh, all those things, how much I value myself is reflected, how much I trust myself, how much I am sincere to myself, how much I am truthful to myself, caring, compassion, empathy. We are merciless to ourselves, then we cannot be, having empathy and compassion with others also. Our outward behavior, conduct, and act is a reflection of what we are with our own selves. Largely, sometimes it may not be appearing like that, but in the if you go to the roots, you will find it like this. And sometimes we are not able to understand the simple things. We are not able to appreciate the simplicity. Simplicity के ऊपर अपने आप से एक सेशन हो सकता है. What is simplicity? These are all very philosophical terms. I would like to, before I start my session, I have so many videos to share in this session, but I would like to let us see as the session will unfold. Let us see how much we can cover in that. I would like to pose a small quiz for all of you in the beginning, and you try to reflect back in your minds the questions in the quiz. The title of the slides, the presentation is Who is Important to You? A short quiz. Name 3 wealthiest people in the world 2017. We are all running after the pay packages and everything in the life. We try to gauge everyone जिसके पास इतना बड़ा बंगलो है, इतनी बड़ी गाड़ी है, इतना बड़ा बैंक असेट है, इतना बड़ा बिजनेस है, कॉर्पोरेट हाउसेस है. Name 3 wealthiest people in the world 2017. How short-lived it is. Can anyone name? Just a quiz. Name 3 last winners of the Miss Universe. We give so much of importance to the outlooks. Name last 3 winners of the Miss Universe. Is there anyone from online friend who can name? Or here? देखिए हम लोग कितना, जब रिलेशनशिप बनाने की बात होती है तो we say कि the boy should be beautiful, the girl should be beautiful, उसके पास इतना पैसा होना चाहिए, ये होना चाहिए. Here it is. Name 3 last people who won the Nobel Prize in Physics. Intellectual capability की बात हो रही है यहाँ. Interpersonal relationships की बात है. Yes? Anyone? I mean, this house is now open to the quiz. Anyone can unmute and share. How did you do on this quiz? And what are our criteria for developing a new relationship? If you go to the matrimonial columns, I'm looking for a girl who is beautiful, well educated. This is just a reflection of what we are and how much we care after 5 years, even today also. The most important point is none of us remember the headlines of yesterday. Even though these people must be the best in their fields. Applause dies. जिसके लिए हमने बहुत बड़ी clapping करी हो, we were crazy for that. I want to wear the same shirt which Shah Rukh Khan is wearing. The applause dies. Awards are tarnished and achievements are. That also reminds you of the story of forgiveness. Did I share that in the teacher and the student story? I shared that. Yeah, stealing of the watch. The the best thing was in that story was everything that person, the teacher himself was wanted to be unprejudiced. His quality is not his outlook, how much wealth, how much intellect he was having in. uh, Dr. Mamta Pathak, आपका please mute yourself. Mamta Pathak, yes. Dr. Mamta Pathak, आपका
Yes.
microphone on. Thank you. Awards are tarnished, and achievements are forgotten. Here is another quiz now. Let's see how this goes. ये गड़बड़ है.
Either name three teachers who aided your journey through school.
This
मैंने चालू कर दिया, सब सुनो.
प्रतिमा जी अपने आप को म्यूट कर लीजिए अभी फिलहाल. यस. नेम 3 टीचर्स हु एडेड योर जर्नी थ्रू स्कूल. Yes, do you remember? Yes. I can remember my uh, nursery school teachers also, their name also. Yes. What to talk of? I have been naming some of them in my sessions also here. Dr. P.V. Rao, Mr. Kuldeep Jatka, Mr. Sohan Lal, Leela ma'am, this ma'am. Many teachers are coming to my mind. Then name 3 friends who helped you through difficult. We are talking about interpersonal relations, your relations with yours. I remember I gave you example of Dr. Dhar, who offered khichdi in his warden's room. Yes. So many friends at such a difficult time, out of all the things, at the midnight when I am in the crisis, कोई ऐसा नाम, the first few names come to your mind to whom you can give phone call without any hesitation, knowing that he or she will come just now. Is not the wealthiest person on this earth who has the headlines, is not somebody who is celebrated, Miss Universe, or a Nobel Prize winner. Somebody. Name 3 people who taught you something worthwhile. उसका याद रहा आपको. Name 3 people who make you feel special. You will be able to very quickly, and I'm sure you must be able to do this quiz very well. In whose presence, or even when they are not present, you feel that so and so really values me. So and so really overlooking all my. We all have the vices. I'm a bundle of vices only. Then somebody who knows that I am very special still. Name three people you enjoy spending time with. For me, one of those three people is all of you. When I come to the class, any class, I really like to spend time with my classes, with my students. Besides other, there are so many other people also, but then class is something. May it be this class, may it be my sports class at the Sukhna Lake, my rowing team, any class. I really feel very happy about when I spend time with them. सुबह 4 बजे उठ के कौन जाता है लेक के ऊपर ना सर्दियों में, when it is raining, when it is your choice whether you want to go or no. Everyone in the family is cursing you. 4 बजे उठ के क्यों जा रहे हो आप? मेरी टीम है उधर. No? Name three people you enjoy spending time with. This quiz was easier, right? The people who make a difference in your life are not the ones with prestigious awards and loads of money. Life is full of ordinary people. They were all ordinary. Professor Kuldeep Jatka, जिनकी मैं बात करता हूँ, whatever interest I have in literature, he contributed a lot in that. Taught me English in 76 and 77. He is such a simple person. Let me share that with you. His simplicity. He owns a 2-canal house in Chandigarh in Sector 18, which is the most premier location and the biggest houses in that locality near the Tagore Theatre. Yes. And all his life, he has been going on foot or on bicycle up to now. Once a newspaper journalist, he approached him. It came on the first page of the Tribune. Usme Tribune was the only newspaper coming in Chandigarh. Much later, we had the Times of India, Hindustan Times, and other newspapers. Tribune में एक article आया first page के ऊपर about his lifestyle. The journalist took his interview, and during the question answer, the journalist asked him, "Why do you ride bicycle?" I mean, he could at that time also afford car and everything, coming from such a good family and all. You know what was his answer? His answer was, "Sometimes I'm in a hurry, so I take bicycle. Otherwise, so I don't require bicycle even." Chandigarh is a small city. I can walk up to Dharamshala, Shimla also. It takes me about 8 hours, 9 hours to walk up to Shimla. I am sometimes in a hurry, so I take bicycle and go. Life is full of ordinary people. Such a great person who knows each and every word in dictionary also. Such a good English. You tell him to recite a poem by Robert Frost or by any this thing, he will verbatim. He will make him sit here and tell the poem. And here is simplicity. Life is full of ordinary people who have made the world a better place for you. Cherish them, my dear friends. Hold them tight. वो आपके हाथ में नहीं लगते, वो they are so much simple. We have mothers at home, we have nannies at home. Perhaps sometimes it is special to be in our classrooms. A small child, a young student, he looks very ordinary cognitively by his dress and all. We do not able to appreciate his simplicity and his ordinary, so-called ordinary capabilities. And tomorrow you do not know what he is going to be. She is tomorrow is not. Perhaps it is very special. Treat everyone in your class, every student, every person in there. There is some speciality in everyone. Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, my dear friends. You are that special for many people. You are that special for many people also. Thank you to the special people in my life who have listened without judgment, helped without conditions, understood without empathy, understood with empathy, and loved me no matter what. Gratitude to them. Be thankful to them. This is a small video, very, very short video, which will talk volumes. I take the help of the audio videos because they help me in conveying many things which I cannot convey in 1.5 hours. My slides are very long. You require a lot of time for that. I'll show you two videos rather. One video is of the small real life football match of few seconds only. How important it is to have an interpersonal relationship and you can achieve the goal. Football में तो actually goal करना होता है आपको. You need to make a goal. Yes or no? And without interpersonal relation, without understanding each player's capabilities, you cannot make a goal. Did I mention it to you that you need to give pass, you need to receive pass? Besides honing your own skills at your respective places. If I am the best player, can I make a goal if nobody give me pass? I am the best player on this earth. Can I make a goal? Nobody is giving pass. You require somebody to give you pass also. Yes? And we do not know in our classrooms who is the best and who will strike where. We need to give pass. We need to have a interpersonal relationship. We need to mentor. This is what our role is as a teacher. And there are so many other videos which I can show you similar thing happening in different playgrounds in the life also. When there is a perfect cohesion, perfect synchronization, perfect harmony, perfect peace among the players. What happens? Want to watch it again? Okay. Isn't it so wonderful? One of the best example of interpersonal relationship. When you are in the playground, he was very close to the goal. He could have made headlines next day morning, but he knew that another player is in a better striking position. He makes him to have the headline coverage in the newspapers and the best of the man of the match also. Yes, and he give pass to him and he makes it goal. Many times, my dear friends, we have to hold ourselves. We have to hold. Uh, my sports career has taught me so many things in the life, so many things in the life. And I told you, rowing is my sport. Rowing, we have single person rowing, double, 4 persons, 8 persons. There are different kinds of rowing. I'm not going to give a lesson on that. But then try to understand. I am going to show you a video of Rio Olympics, women's 8 team. Women's 8 लड़कियां खेल रही हैं, and there is one coxswain who is not having oar, but then her role is to make everybody in sync with each other only. She holds the rudder, and how much less rudder she uses, maneuvering, उसके पास एक rudder रहता है, she can turn the boat by using the rudder, but then she is not, जितना वो अच्छे से उनको सिंक में रखेगी उतना उसको rudder कम use करना पड़ेगा. Yes, so this is her role also in that. And everyone, let us say if I am at the stroke or somebody is at the back, if I am having a lot of strength and if I apply all my strength there, I will turn the boat. It will not, the boat will take a longer course and I am losing the match. Sometimes my strength becomes my weakness for the team. And I need to understand this very well. And in the practice sessions, during those things, this goal which you have seen just now is not happening like this. They must have worked on the practice sessions like anything, how to coordinate. The other person's understanding that now I must reach here, he will give me pass here, or he will give pass to somebody else. And all those things are happening. So enjoy this video and mark the synchronization, the interpersonal relations of each and every player in the boat. Yes? Are you ready for this? Yes. This will give you a first-hand feeling of an international event of a rowing sport also. You can listen to the commentary also. There are usually 6 lanes, 6 teams row at a time, and the usual course is 2 kilometers, 2,000 meters. And there are so many things, technical things which are happening. It's difficult for me to explain all those things in a short period, but then you will be able to catch those things also.
Netherlands, Romania, USA, Great Britain, Canada, and New Zealand go in this Olympic gold medal race. So we're away then in the A final in the women's 8, the biggest boat of all. It is the Netherlands, Romania, the United States, Great Britain, Canada, and New Zealand. But of course, the United States will go into this race as favourites. They have had a fantastic decade, and it is all about building towards the gold medal for the women's 8.
Yeah, 5 debutantes in that American 8, but it doesn't seem to matter who they put in what seat. Tom Tehar, their head coach since 2001, he's a master motivator, and he knows how to get the best out of his crews. Amanda Polk and Kerry Simmons raced in the quad in Lucerne, and they almost got beaten by GB. They came back in here and dominated their heat. The New Zealanders there, it's the first time a women's 8 from New Zealand has ever qualified for the Olympics, and they find themselves here in an Olympic final with a chance to fight for a bronze medal. We've had some real changes in the races through the heats and repecharges. Great Britain had a fantastic heat. Canada, a very strong race in their repecharge, winning that comfortably. And at the moment, it's them and the Netherlands who have taken a march on USA.
Canada going really well in lane 5, and they and the Dutch at 500. It's just Canada by 0.22, with the United States a second back virtually. So the United States poised to make their move, hardly going out in front and leading from the front here. It is Canada, coxed by the amazing Leslie Thompson-Willie.
Well, the 8's fastest boats on the track, but it is possible to blow, particularly when you've got such a fast, strong crew beside you. I know all these crews are wanting to try and hang on, stay ahead of the Americans, hang on to them as long as they can. And very tight right across the field there. No one really dropping off. Half a length maybe between the field. The Netherlands, they've medalled the last 4 games. They were second in Sydney, second in Beijing, and bronze in Athens and London. They don't tend to produce fast crews in between Olympics, but they're very good at lifting and producing performances on an Olympic racetrack. And at the moment, America just starting to edge back. Canada still with their nose in front. And New Zealand and Romania being asked a question. What can they do now?
Canada going really well here. The Canadians who are first out of the repechage. Silver in 2012, but the United States coming back now. There's virtually nothing there between Canada, the Netherlands, and the United States. 0.43 is the gap, down nearly half a second from Canada to the Netherlands, but just 600ths or so then down to the United States. Well, if they don't win the gold here, it'll be one of the biggest upsets we've seen in quite some time in world rowing. The US last 8 world championships has seen United States on top of the podium in the women's 8 boat, and here they come again with 3 newcomers. Rather 5 newcomers, 3 with Olympic experience. Eleanor Logan from the last 2 Olympics, and Megan Musnicki there in the 7 and 6 seats respectively. And the United States are pushing out into the lead now ahead of Canada and then the Netherlands.
Yeah, and they're drawing up with them, the Great Britain crew. They have never medalled at a World Olympic Games. They've tried for this event so many times. Jess Eddy there in the 5 seat in Beijing and London. 10 Olympic appearances between them. I think they're going to be a threat. And America, that distinctive strength and swing, applying everything they can to the boat. Heads up, moving with the person in front. Their coxswain there, looking around. Their job is to motivate the crew, make sure they're staying together, respond to the field if needed. So tight coming through 500 between the crews behind. Big move from Great Britain from the back of the field, putting themselves into 3rd position. Good technique there. You want to hang on the outside arm. And Great Britain push themselves through into silver medal. They're staying with America. Canada, New Zealand, Romania, and the Netherlands so tight for bronze. This is a fantastic battle down the course. The Americans, each stroke though, are drawing away, and they seem to be taking Great Britain with them.
United States in the lead, but this is a terrific row from GB. Coxed by Zoe de Toledo, Zoe Lee in the stroke seat. Katie Greaves at the back of the boat and pushing on now in lane 4, RGB. Got an awful lot to make up on the United States, the 2-time defending Olympic champions and the overwhelming favourites for this race, but it's GB just from Romania who've come back. GB looking good. It's the United States looking even better. Great recovery from the Romanians who had dropped off the start, and then Canada falling way back behind the Kiwi crew now. It is going to be the United States through the red buoys for another gold medal, surely. It's Britain or Romania for that silver medal, and GB just got it. I think GB just got it.
Yes, they did. They did. And Romania, that was a fantastic move from them. Written off, I think, by some of the, not competitors, commentators, I'd say. Not these two. But a fantastic finish there from them. New Zealand and Netherlands, they were right in it right till the end. But the USA, their 11th consecutive title, 3-time Olympic champions as a country. The Canadians, they let out hard. Unfortunately, I think they paid for the price. They paid the price for the pace they went out at. Romania, well, that country has such a pedigree in this event. They're a young crew. They're kind of here as a rebuilding phase, but to push through the Netherlands, New Zealand and Canada for that bronze. And the Americans, they've got the formula right. Great shot there. Caitlin Snyder. Cross the line.
Medalha de ouro e campeãs olímpicas.
États-Unis d'Amérique.
United States of America. Estados Unidos da América.
We've won gold again, the USA. Remember the last time a US women's 8 lost a world.
So friends, you must have seen that the interpersonal relationship in a boat. And I was talking to you about intrapersonal. When I am rowing as a single sculler, I'm a single person, I'm holding the two oars in my hand, and one of my hand is definitely stronger than the other. And I must sync my left hand with my right hand, with my left thigh with my right thigh. Each and every body parts coordination when I am doing. And if I allow my strong hand to take hold of the race, I am going to lose anyway. So I must constantly tell myself that my right hand, that I must go slow and match it with the left hand, or vice versa. My left thigh, maybe this thing. It is so spontaneously, and that is reflected. If I am not able to control myself, then when I am working with a team, I cannot do those things there also. And this is what is happening in our lives also. We must be very, very aware about our strengths and our weaknesses. SWOT analyses are very important in their lives. We must teach our students to do the SWOTs and help them in availing the opportunities to overcome the threats so that they are able to give their best in the strength zones. My dear friends, let me share with you now a little bit of some of the presentations on interpersonal relations, some of the important aspects related to it. We require people to make a puzzle. Yes? Because we laugh. उनको पता चल जाता है कि रात को कोई ना कोई आया है इनके घर में, प्रमोद के कोई फ्रेंड्स आए होंगे. They were, laughing till midnights together. However funny it is, but then I can only smile. Laugh will come when you have the people, you have interpersonal relations you want. Whenever I go to a restaurant for a good food, if I find some dish very nice, I really wish my son would be there. My so-and-so friend really likes it. If he had been here, we would have really enjoyed that dish more. Isn't it so? Such is the importance of the interpersonal relation. Alone I can enjoy it, together we celebrate. That's the beauty of our relations. We humans are nothing without each other. So always take good care of your relationships. Good relationships don't just happen. They take time. You have to have time for them. Believe me, if today also, Professor Jadka is in his ripe ages, if today also I give him a phone call, he will be coming bicycling. प्रमोद चाय पियेंगे चलो आज. टाइम की बात कर रहे हैं. Many times Dr. P.V. Rao, I can find him in my home. कि कल रात को आपको कुछ प्रॉब्लम चल रहा था, we were not able to solve it. मेरे को आइडिया आया, प्रमोद, let us do it. At 8 o'clock in the evening, 9 o'clock in the evening. Relationship, time मांगते हैं आपसे, आपके friends, आपकी family, everyone. Patience. And two people who truly want to be together. They just don't happen like that. You have to have time. You have to have patience. Before you judge me, make sure you are. One of the biggest enemies in the relationship is conditions, the judgments which we make about our own selves also. I label myself. Yesterday, ma'am was talking about the labeling of your own self and the other people. He is like that, she is like that. We try to fix the labels in our minds, and then from that we gauge the other person. We generalize it कि all police is like this, all politicians are like this, individuals as well as the community, teachers are like this, teachers like this. We keep on labeling. Before you judge me, make sure you are perfect. Life is too short to hold grudges. It is not worth it, my dear friends. Grudges समझते हैं आप? Anyone in the online mode here can unmute. And what do you mean by a grudge? Anyone would like to unmute and share what do you mean by a grudge, and how dangerous it is, and how good we are in keeping the grudges?
Grudge means complaint.
Complaint.
शिकायत, complaint.
किसी के ऊपर गुस्सा करना, गुस्सा रख देना अंदर.
Yes, ma'am.
Resentment.
Resentment. And we punish ourselves by keeping a grudge. By keeping a grudge, we are just having that poison in our minds and in our bodies also, I would say. If you all permit me, may I share one incident? Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Somebody has raised the hand here now again. Before I
The
share
grudge
that-
is a personal grievance.
Say again, sir.
Sir, grudge is a personal grievance against someone.
Personal grievance. Yes, very right, sir. Very right. Mr. Narayan Kesari is raising his hand again and again. You want to say something, please? Or please do not raise your hand. Okay. Yes, you're very right, sir. Holding a grievance. Revenge. No, grievance. He said, you said revenge or a grievance?
Sir, grievance,
Grievance.
not revenge.
Yeah,
It is a
revenge is
personal
okay.
grievance against someone.
हमारा काम खत्म हो गया. मेरे को एक इंसिडेंट याद आ रहा है. If you all permit me, may I share that incident? Some of you might have heard me narrating this story, but this is actually happened. We graduated in 82, and we were having our silver jubilee batch alumni meet in 2007. And there were few boys, there were very few girls in any case. During that time, very few girls used to pass out from the engineering colleges. In the whole batch of 180 students, there were hardly 4 or 5 girls. Few boys were from the Patiala city itself, 2 or 3 of them. And one of them happens to be my class fellow also, my branch mate also, civil engineering say. I will not like to name him. And very decent, very lovely boy, very close friend of mine. Otherwise, very, very reserved boy, but all-rounder. He was very good player also, very good artist. Yesterday only he shared with me. He did a Doordarshan Jalandhar se usne koi abhi drama kara. He shared me the link with me to review that also. We are still in touch, and we had so much a good times. I'm talking about 2007 when we had alumni meet, when we were trying to connect people, some abroad, some people are in Chennai, somebody is in Hyderabad, somebody is in Bangalore, somebody in Singapore, somebody in Canada. I am in touch with many of them. There's another boy who is in MNIT Allahabad. He is in touch with so many other boys also. We were trying to have maximum of them to meet on that with our families, of course. And there are certain things which are officially done by the college. There are certain things which we have to contribute and make it. So the entire responsibility came on my friend who was from Patiala and me, very close to Patiala. many people decided to come and stay in Chandigarh. Some of them I could accommodate in my home, and for other we had the hotels and all that. And in Patiala also many people stayed in the hostels, in the guest house in Patiala, and everybody made the arrangements and all. And certain arrangements were to be made for the function. It is a 2 days activity, largely officially 1 day, but then 2 days. We thought of we that the friend in Patiala, I like to call him like that. Don't want to name him in front of everyone. Gave him some responsibilities that you are there, so you do this arrangement, do this arrangement. For example, we want to have a videography, we want to have a DJ, we want to have this, we want to have that, which is not officially provided by the college, though we have been contributing for that also. But then certain things are not there in the list. He was doing a wonderful job, and we were for almost 2 months we were corresponding with each other. Luckily, mobile phone came in. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been possible for us to interact with each other also. And people came from USA, Canada, southern part of India, all parts of the world to make it a good show. And I must thank my friend in Patiala that he made excellent arrangement for everything. I think just 2 days before I asked him to confirm certain things. I called him by his nickname, that is this thing done, and this thing is done. He said, okay, very good, very good, very good. I was saying that everything is, making a checklist that everything is done. And then he said, Pramod, I am not going to join you on the day of the alumni meet. I said, everything is okay in the home. He said, everything is well. I said, your health is okay. He said, well. Then I asked him, then why are you not coming to join us on the alumni? He made all the arrangements, contacted everything. And then he said, I will not be able to join. In the context, in the conversation on the phone, he said that I am not able to join. I won't be able to join. Then I asked him, why? If everything is okay, then why don't you come on the alumni? कोई officially ऐसा हो गया, कोई politically ऐसा. He is politically activist also. वो youth congress का भी leader है. So at that time he was following that also. So he said, I have decided not to go to Thapar Engineering College after my graduation. 25 years back, he decided. I said, why? He said, when I was in second year, Thapar College did not select me in the badminton team, though I was a good player. Holding a grudge. You read the slide again. मैंने पंजाबी में उसको 10-15 गाली निकाली. Then I told my wife I am going to Patiala today. I'll come back in the late night. Patiala is about an hour and 20 minutes drive from Chandigarh. फिर मैंने उसको वहां जाके पहले 2 थप्पड़ लगाए 2-3 जो भी मेरे से हो पाया, गाली गुलियां निकाली. Then did his brainwash, and then I said यार we have done everything and we are the hosts here. When people are coming from this thing, we do this thing. Then he agreed to that also. The holding of grudge with an non-living entity. Thapar College तो living कोई individual नहीं ना है, उसके against भी हमने grudge रखा हुआ 25 साल से. मैं कहा मर जाएगा तू कल. Today you are chief engineer because of Thapar. You forget that. You forget so many. I gave him the list of the things which Thapar has given to us. Maybe you may be right in keeping some kind of a feeling in this, but then wash it away. And this is what we try to do in our families, in our friends, in our colleagues, with our students. Students have those feelings for us also. Pramod sir ने उस दिन मेरे को ये नहीं करने दिया. अरे wash, forget about it. Life is too short, my dear friends. It is not worth it to keep having grudges. One of the biggest hurdles in the interpersonal relationship is having feelings of grudge, grievance, having judgments, and he realized it later on. Today he visits that very often. He said कि अभी मेरे को कोटा पूरा करना है 25 साल का. Rock foundation of true relationship is, I will not dwell too much on it, acceptance as it is, not conditional acceptance. Not expectation. If you understand these concepts very well, fundamentally I'm talking about certain things, you will find suddenly your relationships with anyone you accept. The moment you accept, not expect, your relationship will start. I am not liking so and so student because he is like that. Expectation हो गया ना आपका? He is not behaving properly, he is not sitting properly, he is not scoring well, he is not responding in the class. No. Accept him, he is like that. The rock foundation है ये. Rock foundation समझते हैं, सिविल इंजीनियरिंग के स्टूडेंट समझते होंगे, आप लोग भी. It's the rock foundation of relationship. Accept.
Personal relationships, too much of acceptance makes you be taken as granted.
Let it be so. Let it be so. How does it? I know it very well. Many people take me for granted कि वो ऐसे करेंगे, प्रमोद जी को तो ऐसे कर लेंगे. It is their dealing, it is their life. They have every right to do, right, privilege and dignity. मेरा quote है, मैं भी share करूँगा. Remind me of that man. This is the foundation, and what goes in the superstructure. Superstructure means in the building. Ground के above क्या है? That is called superstructure. Ground के नीचे क्या है? Foundation. In civil engineering language, foundation is acceptance, not expectation. Superstructure में क्या है? Understanding, trust, sincerity, honesty. This goes in the superstructure. These are some of my own thoughts which I have tried to share with you. If you have this kind of a superstructure, your building is stable building. It will not fail easily. In the foundation, that in the understanding, trust, sincerity, and honesty.
The other person is not sincere, honest.
Doesn't matter. It is not your this thing. Don't worry about it. Worry about your understanding, your trust, your sincerity, your honesty. You can withdraw. You can withdraw.
Family affair, but it will not be in the administration.
I have been working as faculty in charge administration here for 6.5 years, and I was trying to follow this. And believe me, I made many enemies, so-called enemies, but someday they will realize that I was a friend always. And even if they don't realize, I did my duty myself. My own self-consciousness, my own self-esteem told me that this is how you should be.
We can't trust that person if he's not worthy of that. How to trust him? Or he should be.
ट्रस्टवर्दी का इसकी मैं आपको बात बताता हूँ आपको भी एक. ट्रस्ट इज वन ऑफ द थिंग्स. अंडरस्टैंडिंग के बाद ट्रस्ट बिल्ड अप होना शुरू होता है. A person, I'm making a very big statement here. A person who does not trust other lack trust in himself or herself. And a person will become trustworthy if you trust him or her. Give him to be trustworthy. Give him ample chances. In Bible, at one instance, somebody asked Jesus. Jesus said that you love your neighbor. Love your neighbor. And somebody asked him, should I forgive 7 times if a person is offending me? Jesus says not 7 times, 70 times 7. See, the scripture says so. You can just scroll on the Google and read it, these scriptures. I have a complete PowerPoint on that only. He said कि not 7 times, but 70 times. उसको तो एक बार सिलेक्शन करनी हुआ उसका, तो उसने तो 25 साल तक रखा ना उसको. Don't I make mistakes? Only I know it. My heart knows it. These are the very subjective things, of course. But then this is what I personally feel, that if you want to have a relationship, ego, false ego come in a very, very big way. We do not realize it, how it comes. I want somebody to read this. Many of these things will be, your queries will be answered in a story, in a joke rather. I want somebody to volunteer and read this joke with all of us. And I want him or her to tell how do you interpret this one. I want somebody to please unmute and read this joke for all of us. Yes, please. Anyone? Time is running out. Very quickly, I want somebody to read this joke for all of us.
Sir, I want to read this one, sir.
Yes, please, Surya Prakash ji. Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Always voice over. I thought of that old joke. You know, this guy goes to a psychiatrist and says, Doc, my brother's crazy. He thinks he's chicken. And the doctor says, why don't you turn him in? And the guy says, I would, but I need the eggs. Well, I guess that's pretty much how I feel about relationships. You know, there are totally irrational and crazy and absurd, and but I guess we keep going through it because most of us need the eggs.
Have you understood the joke? Surya Prakash ji, you have understood the joke?
Sir, I'm concentrating about the reading that one, sir. Once again, I will
Okay.
read again in
Anyone,
myself.
anyone, anyone who has understood the joke, please unmute and share.
Both thought they were chicken because brother himself thinks he's chicken, so the other one is also thinking as chicken. But he feels
No, I want.
I did not understand the joke, sir.
You did not understand?
Or maybe I'm thinking too much. I don't know. I don't understand the joke.
It is very simple. Now there is a person. He goes to a psychiatrist. He says, "Doctor, my brother is a crazy. Crazy means he is not in his right mind." He goes to psychiatrist. He says, "Okay, my brother is crazy. He thinks he is a chicken." उसको लग रहा है कि वो rooster एक मुर्गा है वो. The doctor says, "Okay, I will treat him. Send him in." The guy says, I would. मैं उसको भेज देता, but I require the eggs. He is more crazy than his brother, in fact. He thinks that he's a chicken and he will give me eggs. When we point fingers to others, we forget that we are bigger fools than the other people. We are the bigger, his brother was actually more crazy than the other person himself. And we all are totally irrational, crazy, absurd, and all those things except. But we all keep going through it because we need we must understand that we are also human beings. They are also human beings. Madam, you have understood the joke now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Isn't it so
Yes.
funny?
Yes.
He thinks that his brother is crazy, but he himself is more crazy than his brother because he is expecting eggs from him also.
Yes.
He didn't want to heal him also even now. Okay?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Interpersonal, we argue, we fight, but the end of the night, it's okay. We are all connected. There are no strangers here, only friends you haven't yet met. I am being reminded of. Did I share that conversation with all of you, which I once had with my son? He was filing. He was following a society, which is an international society, in his first year of engineering when he went from here. That society is known as Zeitgeist. It is all over the world. Few members are there, and that society is for humanity. And the vision of the society is that no nation will have a Ministry of Defense. How much resources are spent on defense? If today in your home you are at peace, tomorrow you have a fight with your neighbor, all your attention and resources will go in the fight. Isn't it so? Kal ko yadi, God forbids, we have a fight with war with China or with Pakistan or with any of the neighbor, what can happen? Our top priority in the country, it will be emergency, and every resource will be spent on. And here is a society which was looking for a world without having any Ministry of Defense, all resources for the humanity. And we were having conversation on the lake, Sukhna Lake, and he said, Papa, I have joined a society and we are working like this and this. He told me his agenda, environmental sustainability ke upar, what he is doing, what he is not doing, this and that. And he said, we will have a world without any defense. We do not require to have defense. I said, okay, it is very, very hypothetical, too theoretical. What happens if dushman attack kar dega to? He said, Papa, who is dushman? I was speechless. We create that dushman samajhte, enemy. We create that enmity in our minds, in our souls, in our hearts. And that is what the things are about. Who is the dushman? I was he gave me, I tried to explain him so many instances and all. He gave me answers for that. Very well, rock foundation pe khada tha wo, abhi bhi khada hai. My dear friends, I will not like to go through these quotes. Do not underestimate negative relationship. You have a deep bond with those you hate, fear or envy. वो हमारे माइंड में, हमारी लाइफ में ज्यादा रोल प्ले कर रहे होते हैं, knowingly, wittingly or unknowingly. It is time to dissolve them. Life is too short to spend hating someone. I am being reminded of another thing about the relationship. Life is too short to spend hating someone. Mary Baker Eddy, whom I really admire in my life, and her writings are life lessons for me. She wrote a book in 1875 on science and health with key to the scriptures. In her writings, she mentioned a sentence which stayed with me, which turned me around. She mentioned that if you hate somebody, one should not hate anyone anyway. But if you hate somebody, if you want to take a revenge, somebody talked about revenge. The biggest revenge you can take is make him or her hate somebody. Suppose Chandrasekhar, Vishwaraju, suppose we are having some problem and I want him to suffer. When you hate somebody, you want him or her to suffer. The best way, the biggest revenge, the biggest harm I can do to Vishwaraju is I poison his ears to the extent that he hates somebody else. Are you getting the point? You are in a miserable state of mind when you are hating somebody. There cannot be more miserable condition than that when you hate somebody. Are you getting what I'm trying to say here? Yes? इससे बड़ा रिवेंज नहीं हो सकता कि you sow the seed of hatred in his mind. Somebody, किसी और के बारे में उसको कान भर दो और वो उसी के में सारी जिंदगी निकाल देगा, उसको हेट करते करते. This is my quote. I am very fond of reading quotes because they are the essence of somebody's life lessons होते हैं. This is my quote, which helps me to a large extent, and whenever I have shared and applied this quote in my life, it has really done wonders in my life. ये मैंने अपनी तरफ से लिखने की कोशिश करी. You have the right, privilege and dignity. You have the right, आपका अधिकार है, your privilege है, आपकी dignity है, to think, say and do whatever you want to. Yes or no? Yes, sir. And you are responsible for it. It is your right, privilege and dignity to think, say and do whatever you want to, and you are responsible for it. If you have the right, the other also have the right, privilege and dignity to think, say and do whatever they want to, and they are responsible for. Yes? If you have, the other person is also having the right and they are responsible for it. Now, the third sentence is very important. When you start thinking what others are thinking, saying and doing, we are too busy in that. When you start thinking what others are thinking, saying and doing, you become responsible for what they are thinking, saying and doing. आप अपने ऊपर unnecessarily load ले रहे हैं. Let other person have the dignity. इधर रख दीजिए बेटे. Thank you. Attendance सबकी हो गया. वो अभी lunch break में कर लेंगे. So my dear friend, this is the golden principle. It is not very hard to do. Anybody, अभी हम बात कर रहे थे दीदी वो बंदा ऐसा कर रहा है. If the other person is doing like this, he has the right, privilege and dignity to the way he wants to think, say and do. Let him. He is responsible for it. You mind your own business. अपने आप को ही ठीक कर लें तो वो बड़ी बात है. We are too busy in thinking what others are thinking, saying and doing. In any situation in the life, apply it and see the results. Having no ill feelings, having no hatred, having no mistrust, having nothing of that sort in your mind. It is a cleansing agent. Constantly drink it and it will keep on cleaning your inner self. I would very quickly, time is now approaching near. I have 1 or 2 videos to share with you. Interpersonal relationship is effective communication, effective speaking, active listening, effective feedback, effective delegating, trust and delegate, empathy and compassion. Empathy is having a feeling what the other is feeling. Compassion is the highest form of empathy is when you want to help other also. You want to help other person also. That is the compassion. Transcending, going beyond the empathy. And as teachers, as mentors, we get ample of opportunities to be compassionate with our students. Social skills, conflict management, negotiating and bargaining, handle relationships. इसको हम छोड़ देते हैं अभी. I will let me just cover a very important aspect of interpersonal relationships. The model. Yeah. Mark Knapp's 5 stages model for relationship development. This is a model which has been universally accepted and we are following it to a large extent, but I'm just trying to articulate it in a systematic way, how the relationships are developed. The first stage is initiation. We initiate a relationship with our students, with our family members, with the persons on the roadside, any situation. We initiate, and then experimentation starts. And then we decide whether we need to intensify our relationship or we keep it at a very casual level. Yes? Intensifying or at a surface level. After experimenting, he is of my type, she is of my type, or he or she is not of my type. I cannot carry on, or I want to, but I having no ill feeling about it. Intensifying, and then integrating. We try to sync with each other. And the last stage is bond. The bonding takes 4 stages: initiation, experimenting, intensifying, integrating, and then there is a bond. In that bond, understanding, trust, and love. In that bond, there is a understanding, trust, and love. Then come what may, that bond will not break. Come what may. We will not break that bond. Initiating is, the stage is very short, sometimes as short as 10 to 15 seconds even. In this stage, interactions, favorable impressions, greetings, appearance, mannerism, etiquettes, all those things play a very significant role at this stage. Individual ask questions, they try to have conversations, interactions, gain information, decide if they wish to continue in the relationship. Many relationships progress no further than this point. Yes? Intensifying. Now I have used the word, I wanted to bring you to this slide, self-disclosure. Intensification कहाँ पे होती है? When you are ready to come out of your comfortable zone of vulnerability. You disclose yourself to other person. Your inner self, what you really are. And it is very risky. After experimenting only, you try to intensify, become vulnerable, and disclose yourself to the other person. Self-disclosure become more common in the intensifying stage. The relationship becomes less formal. The interactions begin to each other. The interactions start taking place. And then the statements are made about the level of commitment each has to the relationships. आपके बारे में सब कुछ आप बता रहे हैं, तो you become very, very vulnerable, and you decide before you intensify, at the stage of experimentation itself, you decide how much I can be open to the other person. You cannot be open to everyone. Yes? And then the next stage is the individuals become a pair in the integrating stage. They begin to do things together, and importantly, others come to see them as a pair. The other people around you will also come to know that they are now very, very in an intense relationship. It is not only between male and female, but then the friends with with anyone. You have seen the intensification and the integration in the sports ground through those 2 videos. It is very important for the coach that the team is integrated. Have you seen the movie Chak De India? How much effort Shah Rukh Khan makes to make the team integrate Team India, not from the states and all. It is happening. The coach, the team, the leader of the team decide, the coach, the mentor, the people. A disintegrated team will not learn how to give pass, though you might be having the world's best striker. Others come to see them as a pair. A shared relationship identity start to form in this stage. And the last stage is bonding. During the bonding stage, a formal, sometimes legal announcement of the relationship is made. Examples include a marriage, best friend, ritual, or business partnership agreements. Few relationships reach at this level. Many of the so-called treaties, so-called other legal bondings, they fail if you are not thorough with the stage 1 to stage 4 and state with come to. बहुत सारे MOUs हम sign करते हैं, कहाँ पे जाते हैं वो? They go in the courts later on. Yes or no? So, my dear friend, this is what I wanted to share with you on the interpersonal relationship. There are so many other things which I do not want to cover at this part, at this time, because it is already 1:05 in my clock here. I am tempted to share one Hindi video here. My friends will excuse me on this. This is happening in our families, in our offices, on the roadsides. We want to kill each other on the roadside if somebody is not driving the way I want him or her to drive. And it is happening across the borders of the nations also. You can see what is happening in Ukraine and Russia and what is happening, how much energy and time is going on over televisions and everything. This small video is there, and then I will show you another video also, and then we'll close the session. Yes? And the solutions are always very, very easy. Very easy solution. And this video is a complete video having a solution also. Whatever I have talked, whatever I have not talked is covered in this small video. Are you ready for this? Okay. Some of my friends might have watched this video earlier also. Okay.
तुम समझते क्या हो? यहाँ पर मैं कोई तुम्हारी नौकरानी नहीं हूँ।
तो मैंने कब कहा कि तुम नौकरानी हो? मैंने कहा क्या?
लेकिन बिहेव तो तुम ऐसे ही करते हो ना, जैसे कि मैं यहाँ पर तुम्हारी नौकरानी बैठी हुई हूँ।
अरे यार, मैंने सिर्फ इतना ही तो कहा कि भैया मेरी शर्ट प्रेस नहीं है। ये ऐसी तो कोई बात नहीं हुई ना जिसको तुमने बात का बतंगड़ बना दिया।
मैं कोई जादूगर नहीं बैठी कि तुमने सारे बोला कि ये काम कर दो, वो काम कर दो, सारे काम हो जाएंगे।
तो मैंने कब कहा कि तुम जादूगर हो? मैंने ऐसा कहा?
बोलने की जरूरत नहीं होती है ना, तुम्हारी हरकतें बता देती हैं। अनु ये कर दो, अनु वो कर दो, मेरा खाना बना क्या, मेरे कपड़े हुए क्या? अरे मैं कोई रोबोट नहीं हूँ।
ऐसा है, मेरा दिमाग खराब करने की जरूरत नहीं, मुझे अभी ऑफिस जाना है। ठीक है, शांति से ऑफिस जाना चाहता हूँ।
हाँ, तुम शांति से ऑफिस जाओ, घर का माहौल अशांत करके तुम शांति से ऑफिस जाओ और मेरा मूड कैसा भी रहे।
अरे तू पागल वागल हो गई है क्या? हाँ, तब से बोले जा रही तेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा। मुझे ऑफिस जाना, शांति से जाना चाहता हूँ। चुप नहीं हो सकती तू?
कैसे चढ़ के आ रहे हो ना मेरे ऊपर? तुम मारोगे मुझे? तुम मारोगे? मारो ना, मारो मुझे। तो
मेरे को ना बेफजूल प्रोवोक करने की कोशिश मत कर, मेरा हाथ उठ जाएगा तुझ पर।
हाथ क्यों उठ जाएगा? तुम्हारा हाथ तो उठ ही जाएगा। मारो मुझे, मारो मुझे, मारो। मम्मी, बेटा बेटा क्या हुआ है? हाँ मम्मी, मुझे याद नहीं रहता। मम्मी, मैं अभी आ रही तो सही। तुम बस बात हुआ मम्मी, हम नहीं रह सकती मैं यहाँ पर।
क्या हुआ?
इसने हाथ उठाया मुझ पर। किसने? राहुल ने। बेटा तुम एक काम करो, तुम सीधे अपना सामान बांधो और चुपचाप घर चली आओ। तुमको 1 मिनट भी वहां रुकने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। सुन रहे हो ना तुम?
अरे हुआ क्या, मुझे बताओगे जरा?
दामाद जी ने हमारी बेटी के ऊपर हाथ उठाया। कल को तो वो मेरी बेटी को जान से मार डालेगा।
अरे 1 मिनट रुको यार, तुम मुझे फोन दो जरा। हाँ बेटा, क्या हुआ?
राहुल ने हाथ उठाया मुझ पर पापा।
हाथ उठाया मतलब मारा?
नहीं, लेकिन हाथ उठाया मेरे ऊपर।
मतलब मारा नहीं?
नहीं, लेकिन शाम को तो आकर मार सकता है ना मुझे। वो
गुस्से में था?
हाँ बहुत।
बेटा तुम तो शांत थी ना, तुम तो गुस्से में नहीं थी ना?
नहीं, मैंने भी गुस्से में बहुत सुनाया।
तो अब क्या चाहती हो?
मुझे नहीं रहना पापा, मैं घर आ रही हूँ।
ठीक है बेटा, घर आ जाओ, लेकिन दोबारा जाओगी तो नहीं?
नहीं।
हाँ तो बेटा आ जाओ, तुम्हारा तलाक करवा देते हैं उससे। लेकिन तुम श्योर हो ना कि दोबारा जिससे शादी होगी वो तुम पर गुस्सा नहीं करेगा और तुम उससे गुस्सा नहीं करोगी? तुम दोनों के बीच में झगड़े नहीं होंगे। अगर तुम श्योर हो तो आ जाओ, और अगर श्योर नहीं हो तो फिर वहाँ रहो, उससे बात करो जब वो आएगा, ठीक है? आराम से बैठकर मामला सुलझाओ, जैसे तुम्हारी मम्मी और हम बैठकर सुलझाते हैं। भाई झगड़े किसके बीच में नहीं होते? तुम्हारे भाई के बीच में भी हुए हैं, तुम्हारे और मेरे बीच में भी हुए हैं, तुम्हारी और तुम्हारी माँ के बीच में भी हुए हैं। कई बार तुम्हारी माँ ने तुम पर हाथ भी उठाया है, और कई बार ना सिर्फ हाथ उठाया है बल्कि मारा भी है। क्या तब भी तुम घर छोड़कर चली गई थी? बोलो।
नहीं।
तो फिर अब क्यों वो घर छोड़कर आना चाहती हो? भाई उस घर को भी वैसे ही अपना मानो जैसे तुम इस घर को अपना मानती थी, जैसे तुम हमें अपना मानती थी, ठीक है? शाम को जब वो आएगा तो उससे प्यार से बात करना, जैसे हमसे करती थी लड़ने के बाद, ठीक है?
क्या हुआ?
फोन काट दिया लगता है।
हाँ तो ऐसे कौन बोलता है अपनी बेटी को?
अरे भाई आज हम जिंदा हैं तो वो लड़के आ जाएगी यहाँ, कल जब हम जिंदा नहीं रहेंगे तो फिर कहाँ जाएगी? मैं नहीं चाहता कि ऐसे ही वो अपने हालातों से भागती रहे। याद है बचपन में एक बार जब वो गिर गई थी, रो रही थी, और जब मैं उसको उठाने जा रहा था तो तुमने क्या कहा था?
यही कहा था कि उठाना मत उसको। अगर आज तुमने उठा दिया उसे तो वो हर बार गिरने के बाद रोएगी और ये इंतजार करेगी कि कब तुम आकर उसे उठाओगे।
फिर क्या हुआ था?
फिर थोड़ी देर बाद, रोने के बाद, जब उसे लगा कि तुम नहीं आओगे तो वो खुद ब खुद उठ गई थी।
क्या उसके बाद जिंदगी में जब वो दोबारा गिरी, रोई, उसने मेरे आने का इंतजार किया?
नहीं किया, बल्कि हर बार खुद ब खुद उठ जाती थी।
हाँ तो बस जो तुमने उसके बचपने में किया आज वही मैं कर रहा हूँ।
आज जल्दी आ गए ऑफिस से?
हाँ एक्चुअली ऑफिस में कोई बहुत ज़्यादा काम था नहीं तो इसलिए।
पानी लेकर आऊं?
नहीं, कोई बात नहीं। सॉरी, मैं सुबह थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही हाइपर हो गया था।
सॉरी, मैं भी गुस्से में कुछ ज़्यादा ही बोल गई थी।
एक्चुअली मुझे समझना चाहिए कि तुम दिन भर इतना काम करती हो तो।
मुझे भी समझना चाहिए कि तुम भी बाहर रहते हो, इतनी सारी परेशानियां होती होंगी।
आगे से तुमको शिकायत का मौका नहीं दूंगा।
तुम कहाँ शिकायत का मौका देते हो? मैं ही कभी कभी ओवर रिएक्ट कर देती हूँ, नहीं करना चाहिए मुझे।
चलो इसी बहाने कम से कम तुमको ये पता तो चला कि गलती किसकी तरफ से होती है।
मार अभी खाओगे कि खाना खाने के बाद खाओगे?
खाना खाने के बाद ही खा लूंगा।
वैसे बिना प्रेस की शर्ट अच्छी लग रही है तुम्हारे पर।
थैंक यू।
हाँ मम्मी। हाँ बेटा, दामाद जी आ गए क्या?
मम्मी जी नमस्ते।
खुश रहो बेटा, खुश रहो। बेटा सब नॉर्मल है ना? हाँ सब अच्छा है मम्मी। हाँ अच्छा ठीक है मम्मी, मैं अभी रखती हूँ। वो अभी ऑफिस से आए ना तो इनके लिए थोड़ा चाय बना देती हूँ।
क्या हुआ?
कुछ नहीं, कह रही थी कि अभी ऑफिस से आए और इन्हें चाय पिलाती हूँ।
देखा, जरा से गुस्से में अगर पानी ना डाला जाए तो घर बर्बाद होते देर नहीं लगती। अरे पति पत्नी के बीच में तो वैसे भी नहीं पड़ना चाहिए, जहां आप बीच में पड़े बस वहीं से दूरियां बढ़ी। अरे आजकल के जो माँ बाप है ना, इनका बड़ा योगदान रहता है बच्चों के तलाक में। पति पत्नी है, लड़ेंगे नहीं तो समझेंगे नहीं, समझेंगे नहीं तो ये नहीं समझेंगे कि
जिंदगी में एडजस्ट करना कितना जरूरी होता है, घर के अंदर भी और घर के बाहर भी। वही तुम्हारी पुरानी बातें है ना?
मेरी इन्हीं पुरानी बातों की वजह से हम आज भी साथ हैं।
If you go to the courts now, the maximum number of court cases are because of these small trivial things. And these small trivial things happen on the roadside, between the drivers, in our colleagues in the offices, everywhere in the society. These trivial things become big wars in the life. This is what I wanted to share with you. You know, a lot of patience is required, and your role as a mentor is very important in the homes. Well, friends, this brings me very close to the last video. Yes, I have two more videos though, but I like to show only one video. Let us close the session with a beautiful song, again from Hindi movie, a old song, but I think you will understand this. The very purpose of life is to be in a blissful state of mind. One of my very, very favorite songs.
मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है। किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है। माना अपनी जेब से फकीर है, फिर भी यारों भी के हम अमीर हैं। माना अपनी जेब से फकीर है, फिर भी यारों भी के हम अमीर हैं। मिटे जो प्यार के लिए वो जिंदगी, जले बहार के लिए वो जिंदगी, किसी को हो ना हो हमें तो एतबार, जीना इसी का नाम है। रिश्ता दिल से दिल के एतबार का, जिंदा है हम ही से नाम प्यार का। रिश्ता दिल से दिल के एतबार का, जिंदा है हम ही से नाम प्यार का। के मर के भी किसी को याद आएंगे, किसी के आंसुओं में मुस्कुराएंगे, कहेगा फूल हर कली से बार बार, जीना इसी का नाम है। किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है।
Thank you so much, my dear friend. This is all I wanted to share with you on the interpersonal relationships. And we can definitely make a very different society, very different world with our small efforts as teachers, as parents, as leaders, by having these roles which has been given to us by Almighty. One of the things which I wanted to share during ma'am's lecture today morning is God is the creator and we reflect his creativity in our every action which we do here. Thank you so much.